Today we're going to get into true Vinyasa, moving with the breath. Just a nice quick 30-minute class. No need for blocks or straps or any props, but if you do have them and like to use them, keep them close by. At the end of the video, do me a favor, click the subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up if you liked the class. So let's get to it. I'll meet you on your mat. Let's start this flow kneeling. If it's uncomfortable for you to sit back on your heels, you can find a easy seat, a crisscross. We'll start with you tuning into your own breath, trying to slow down your inhales and exhales, finding a smooth rhythm of breath in and breath out. And then lift the hips off the heels a bit and drop the hips off towards the left side of the mat. The feet will stay pretty close and tucked under the hips. Float your left arm up to the ceiling and let the palm press high. Right hand is going to circle that wrist. Take an inhale to look up, reach up, and on the exhale, take a dive towards the right. Now notice if your head is dropping towards that right arm. Try to squeeze the left ear closer to the left arm. Then you'll come back to center, separate the hands, and take a twist to the left. The right hand touches down to the legs. Left arm can sweep open behind you or wrap all the way around to that right hip. Then turn to face forward. Let's straighten through that left leg. And bring the right foot up and over to the left side of your mat. Right hand back, left arm up, and let's counter twist. Wrap around that leg, hug in, and now turn to the right. You can keep those fingertips down at the back, or once again, wrap the arm around the low back for opposite hip. And then face forward again. Let's take this right foot and plant it to the inner thigh of the left leg. Take a little turn over towards the toes and a gentle walk down for a fold. Now this fold is very early on in class, so I want you to focus on pressing the heel forward, drawing the toes back towards you, and staying nice and long in the spine, chest forward. Now as you come up, windmill that right arm back and down, float the left arm up and press your hips high to the ceiling. As you come forward, let's find your boat pose. Scoop up underneath the legs, find a bend at the knees, try to get the heels the height of the knees, taller through the torso, lift your heart, and you can extend the arms forward. Then tap the toes down, hug in, and roll forward, hands top of mat. Feet step back, find your plank pose. Spread those fingers nice and wide, hug your belly button towards your spine. Glide forward a bit, and then low plank on the exhale. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a moment to walk around in your dog, exploring the space at the backs of the legs. Release the head heavily. And then pause there at your downward facing dog without any movement. And then let's lift the heels, bend the knees, and look forward. Hop or step, feet to your hands, and then fold. Use your inhale to sweep the arms up as you come to stand, and exhale, hands to heart center. Sun B, chair pose as you sink the hips and reach the arms, and exhale, take your fold. Step back, plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Upward face, breath in, and an exhale for down dog. Let's step your right foot forward Back heel drops down as the arms sweep up, warrior one. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, we go right back down. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. To the other side, step that left foot forward. Drop the back heel. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, ride the wave down. Inhale, step back plank, and exhale, low plank. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog to breathe. Then lift the heels, bend knees, look forward. Jump or step, feet to hands, breath in, fold on the exhale. Chair pose on the breath in. And Samasthiti, hands heart center, exhale. Inhale to sweep the arms up again. And exhale, dive forward to fold. Step back or lengthen if you're jumping. And exhale, low plank. Upward face, downward dog. Let's lower those knees down to the mat again. Sink the hips down for a moment, rest the palms on the legs. Take a couple of breaths here, noticing how the body has changed with that vigorous sun B and warm up. Start to steady the breath out again. And let's pick the hips up a bit so you can let the feet go slightly left as your hips drop towards the right. Floating that right arm up, palm faces the ceiling. Left hand comes to circle, inhale up and exhale. A nice banana shape for that right side, lateral stretch. Consciously pressing the ear towards the right arm. Inhale, center, and let's exhale, twist. Left hand comes down, right arm can reach back or wrap around. And then a counter twist. So we'll turn to face forward, straighten that right leg out, and then cross the left foot over. Left hand back, right arm up, take an inhale, and exhale, wrap around that leg to twist left. Again, hand can stay on the mat or wrap around low back. Now, as you unravel yourself, you'll take that left foot to your inner thigh. Sit up tall, face those right toes, and exhale to your Janu Sirsasana. So again, pressing and leading with the heart, long spine. As you come up, windmill the arms, that left one down, right arm up, and press those hips high to the ceiling. And then come back down. We'll transition to one more Navasana, boat pose. So you can start scooping under the thighs, squeeze those legs in. Arms can extend. You might even work on straighter legs this time around. And then tap down, hug in. And roll forward, hands to the top of the mat. Feet to step back, high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg floating into the air. Let's stack the hips. Bend into that right knee, lift it high. Press actively through both hands. Then take a look forward and step right foot inside right thumb. Use the inhale to reach the arms up to find your high lunge. So notice my back heel is stacked over the ball of the foot, left hip is pressing forward, and I've got a nice solid lunge in my right knee. Let's exhale, twist to the right. So the arms are going to open up like a T shape. Palms are facing the ceiling. You could take that left hand across to the thigh. Inhale back to high lunge, and then exhale to your warrior two. So the gaze is still forward. You've got a nice space and distance between the feet. And then hands to your hips. So we're going to face the back of the mat. Just listen for my cues. The right toes will face in, the left toes will face back. So we're going to find high lunge. You'll bend into this left knee, and then that right heel, once again, will stack over the ball of the foot, and those arms sweep up. You can always heel toe that left foot a little wider to accommodate space for that right hip forward. On the exhale, hands to heart center, bend a little more into that back knee, and then inhale, straighten both legs as you sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to bend a little lower, and inhale, rise up. Once more, exhale, and inhale. Pause, bend that front knee, drop the back heel down, revisit warrior two facing back, and now it's side angle. So left elbow to thigh as right arm reaches up and over. So now we'll come back up warrior two and work to face forward again. Hands to hips, left leg straightens, left toes face in, right toes face forward. This back left foot now is going to heel toe in a step. Arms will go wide for your triangle pose. Breath in to stand tall, and on the exhale, glide yourself out. Right hand is just inside that right leg as the left arm reaches up. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend that knee and windmill the hands down. Right foot steps high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward face. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot now floats in the air, and take a big step forward. And then prepare to rise into your high lunge. Inhale to sweep those arms up. Let's open to your warrior two. Hands to hips, straighten that front leg, and left toes come in. So you're setting up for parallel feet, all 10 toes in, heels kicking out, and then you can set each heel to face in. You'll bend into the knees, and then cactus those arms out again. Working an eagle wrap, so forearms to touch. If it works, right elbow underneath the left one. Press the arms away from you to get some space in the upper back, and then a breath in, lift up, and a breath out to curl in and round. Inhale lifts you up and back, and exhale, come forward. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come right to center. Unravel the arms. Bend those elbows, a goddess pose, nice and strong in the legs. And then straighten legs, hands to hips. Let all 10 toes face in again as we fold. Breath in, reach. And a breath out, hands to the mat. Find a long spine, breath in, and then release, exhale. Try not to let the shoulders dump into the ears. Really roll them away from the head. Your gaze here is underneath you and slightly lifted. That helps keep the neck nice and long. A breath in to find straight arms underneath shoulders. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up with a flat back. And then let's set those left toes to face forward. Right foot is going to step in and then have those toes face about 1 o'clock. So hips are square, top of mat. Arms go wide, breath in. Exhale, take a bind. So either take the elbows or you can bring palms to touch. Breath in, grow long. Exhale, take your fold over left leg, Parsvottanasana. Use the inhale to come up about halfway. Keep the arm bind you have, and let's come into flight warrior 3. Bend that front knee so you can launch off of it. Right leg floats, and then both legs straighten. Come to standing, right foot meets left. Sweep those arms up, inhale, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's step the feet wider now. Toes might angle slightly out. Breath in, pick up chest, and an exhale to sink into your malasana. So you've got your deep yoga squat here. The elbows at the inner thighs can help guide those legs open. You're trying to sit as tall as you can here. Working a twist, the right hand comes down, left arm takes a big circle up and around. It can wrap around the low back. Some of you might be able to work a full bind where that right arm goes in front of the shin and wraps around. And then we unwind and unbind. Hands come down to the mat. Let those hips rise. Give a little shake of the knees. And then take your step back, plank pose. Exhale, forward and lower, low plank. Upward face and downward dog. Left leg will rise, three-legged dog, and we'll stack the hips, bending into that lifted knee. Press that knee higher to the ceiling and keep those hands active. And then square off, look forward and step. Left foot inside your left thumb, back heel stays lifted as you come up through high lunge. Soften that front knee, really commit to the bend, soften your shoulders, and now we'll twist left so the arms can open wide into this T shape. Palms are facing up, and then right hand can slice across to the left thigh. Breath in, come back to your high lunge, and into your warrior 2. Drop that back heel down. Set the gaze forward. Imagine those hips can sink straight down to your mat. Then we're going to swap to face back. So hands to hips, left leg straightens. Left toes in, right toes back. And then we have to pivot so that you're on the ball of that back foot and heel toe that right foot wider. Bend into the knee, and now you've got high lunge facing back. Let's exhale, hands to heart. Bend that back knee a little more. And inhale, 2 straight legs, arms sweeping. Exhale, bending. Inhale, straightening. Exhale. And inhale. Then come back to your high lunge. Warrior 2, back heel drops down, and then side angle. Right elbow to thigh, left arm up and over. Then come back up, warrior two. Hands to hips, front knee straightens. Those toes come in, so pause at parallel, and then left toes forward. Back foot will heel toe a step in for triangle, arms wide. Take your glide out, and then right arm up, left arm lower. Top arm pulls you up, inhale. Exhale, bend that front knee to windmill, hands down. Step back, breath in. Low plank, breath out. Upward dog, breath in. Downward dog, exhale. I'm going to swap to face back just so it's easier for you to see me in this next sequence. Right foot rises, three-legged dog, inhale, and then take a step forward. Setting up high lunge, inhale, those arms rise. Exhale, we'll come into your warrior two. Hands to hips, straighten that front leg, and dial those toes in. So we're going to set up for that goddess now, going the other way with the arms. So heels kick in, bend the knees, arms wide. Forearms touch. Left goes under the right, and you press those arms away from your face. Soften up on the toes, bring the weight towards the heels, tailbone straight down. Breath in, pick up. Breath out, curl in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come center. Let's let those arms unwind. A quick pause again, bend elbows, goddess pose. And then straighten legs, hands to hips. So kick the heels out, toes are facing in again. Let's go ahead and take that C variation so the arms go nice and wide on the inhale. Exhale, take an interlace at the low back. Inhale, lift heart, and exhale, dive forward as the knuckles lift to the ceiling. Again, really release the head and neck here. Press those knuckles to the ceiling. Come up halfway on the inhale. Hands come to hips, and then all the way up to standing. Right toes will reface forward, and now that left foot comes in for a shorter stance. Inhale the arms wide. Exhale, take the bind, whether it's holding the elbows or bringing palms to touch. Breath in to lift heart, and exhale, lean out for your fold. Come up halfway. So we're going to keep this bind. Bend into that front knee so that you can float that left leg, and then find two straight legs for your warrior three. All the way up to standing, feet come towards touch. Inhale, the arms reach, and exhale, heart center. Step the feet wider, the toes can angle out again as we set up for that second Malasana squat. Take a breath in, lift, and the exhale, we sink down. Elbows can once again help guide those knees open. And this time, let's take the hands down, walk them all the way out in front of you, and tuck the chin to your chest. And then we'll walk back tall, left hand stays down, right arm takes the big circle around the low back. Left hand can stay grounded or walks out wide and work toward a bind. And then we'll unravel, those hands come down. So we're in prime location for your Bakasana crane pose. The hands would stay grounded, you lift the hips, And the knees either squeeze the outsides of the arms or rest on the backs of the arms. You might have to walk the feet back a little bit so you can feel yourself lean into the hands. And you can play around with just lifting one foot up at a time, or you play around with both feet lifting at the same time. And then lower down. Step the feet back on the inhale and take your low plank, exhale. Inhale, upward face, and downward dog, exhale. I'm going to swap around to face forward again. Let's come to sit. Bring the feet to touch out in front of you and bump those hips close to your heels. Hands at the soles of the feet, breath in, chest tall. Exhale, take a lean out to fold. And a breath in, sit up nice and tall. Let's take the knees in and come all the way down to your back. Take a nice squeeze in, rock side to side. And let's just pause for a few moments in a resting shape. So that could be traditional Shavasana, arms and legs long. You could also bring those feet to touch again, knees wide. Arms can go out to the side. Really just find a shape where you feel you can rest for a few moments. And take a deep breath. Gather those legs in, give the knees a squeeze, a little rock side to side. And then let's rock up and down to come up to a comfortable seated position. Place hands at heart center. Thank you for sharing your virtual energy today. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste.